Season 2's here, we got some new weapons, but one in particular stands out right away, the VCR-2. I've had the privilege of spending time with it before Season 2 was fully out. I've worked with it. I'm very confident with what I'm about to show you. This is a full weapon guide, but more importantly, it's a how to use it guide. I need you to understand what to do with this weapon because with the VCR-2, there are some rules. If you follow them, it feels unfair. If you don't, you're going to miss out why it's so dominant. So that's the goal today. Fully understand it so when you play, it becomes second nature. Because honestly, the VCR-2 is the benchmark. It is that good. It's already planted itself in the meta, and I'm going to give you multiple builds to try. There's my favorite, plus a couple others that fit different playstyles. And as we go, I'm going to be showing you the exact way you should be taking fights with it range by range. That way you can get the most out of it in every single engagement. So let's get into it. It's found in the Woodland Ranges track as the last unlock in the Battle Pass. And I focused on this track right away to get it. I have all the attachments for it. We could talk about them. It says it's a high fire rate bullpup. It's the perfect rifle for close quarters engagements. And oh, it is, but also then some. It's a 900 RPM, 25 damage assault rifle. So let's stop for a second. One of the biggest reasons you want to commit to getting this thing. It closely resembles the M4A1, and that's regarded as one of the best weapons in Battlefield 6. It's reliable, it's consistent. Both of them are 900 RPM, 25 damage. But since the VCR is an assault rifle, it has a 3-zone drop-off curve. So when we look at the assault rifles, the VCR deals 25 damage, its base damage, up to 21.5 meters. It's a 4-bullet kill, which is brutal. That's very good. It has a huge mid-range, 21.5 to 75 meters. That's a 5-bullet kill. And when we look at the M4 as a carbine, it has a 5-zone drop-off curve. So the damage keeps falling off, and it falls off fast. Up to 10.5 meters, it has that 4-bullet kill, but after that, drops to 5, then 6. So these are the same RPM, same damage, and side by side, you can see just how they stack up. The moment that you get past 10.5 meters, the VCR stays a step ahead. And regardless, all these numbers on both weapons are very, very competitive. It's just that the VCR-2, it has the opportunity to be more dominant. And what really makes it special is that it's an assault rifle with a 3-zone curve. Its money range on paper is that gap, up to 21.5 meters. But it is extremely effective in mid to long range, and we're going to go over that in this video. With its damage profile, weapon type, it makes the VCR one of the best, most versatile weapons in Battlefield 6. One of the things that you absolutely need to be able to do is conquer the VCR's recoil. Early on, especially when you unlock it, the recoil that it has is going to make you want to drop the weapon. Like, this thing is horrible, it feels rough, stay with it. It's a weapon that does need attachment for correction, but importantly, it needs trigger discipline. We're going to go over that. We're about to get into recoil plots, and yes, they're going to look messy. They feel messy when you're firing it. But what matters isn't perfection. What actually matters is getting the recoil moving in the right direction, and attachment set the path. From there, you control it. So these plots were done at 20 meters, and remember, recoil is always going to have variation. Every weapon has traits, though. The VCR has 2 of them. First, it's going to lean to the left, top left. Sometimes a little, sometimes a lot. Second, it's going to walk left and right, short horizontal bursts. We don't like that because vertical recoil is manageable, horizontal, a lot more difficult. Each recoil plot, it's going to look different mag to mag. Even when one looks clean, like right here, this is the 30-point suppressor, things can shift. The very first time it pulls extremely hard to the left, but reload, shoot again, same exact setup, it's way more vertical. So this is about the muzzle influence, no underbarrel correction. Remember, the muzzle that you choose is the starting point on how underbarrels and other things are going to change it. This is the starting point of how you want your recoil to be.
We are attacking objective Delta. Let's move.
So first up is the flash hider. This is just base recoil, basic recoil. The others are shaping it. And at base, this is bad, very bad. It walks a ton, it goes to the top left, the grouping is horrible. And when we put up the other ones, the 5 and 10 point break clamp the recoil build up, and the difference with the 5-point break compared to the 10 is the 5 has weapon sway, and on an automatic weapon, it doesn't matter as much. The 20-point break clamps horizontally and vertically, it's great. The converter severely clamps the horizontal recoil, makes it pretty much vertical. A very, very good attachment for this weapon. The suppressors help recoil build up, give accuracy, but on all of these, notice the first 4 to 5 shots. Those are your TTKs. When you add in underbarrel help, it becomes a lot more manageable. So I've played with flash hider suppressors, all the attachments. I would personally stay away from the flash hider and the 20-point suppressor. Are they usable? Yes, but there is a noticeable difference when you don't have them on compared to when you do. The 20-point suppressor has 0 recoil help, and with the muzzle setting your starting point for recoil, you need to start it out right. And what plays into this is how you are firing it. It's the same philosophy I covered in the M433 guide, but slightly different. And honestly, this is probably the most important part of the guide. Like, you need to do this. When you do, you're going to have full control over it. It's going to get to a point where you do it second nature automatically. You're going to see the engagement space, and you're going to do what you need to do. Where the VCR wants to live is 30 to 35 meters. Its true dominant range is 21.5 and in. That's where it achieves its 4-bullet kill at 900 RPM. That's what makes it special. That's what it has over other assault rifles and carbines, but just as important is this mid-range gap of 21.5 to 75. That's a 5-bullet kill, a .266 TTK, and that beats a ton of stuff in the game. It's just as important as 21.5 and in. Beyond that, this mid-range, I've seen some people say that it's hard to use, or bad in mid to long range. I don't believe so at all. So with the builds I'm getting ready to go over, we're going to keep this in mind because the builds tighten the spread. The rule with the VCR is at about 30 to 35 meters, and it's just a vision test, an eye test. They're kind of close mid-range. Hold the trigger down. Always. You're going to compensate the recoil, which is down and to the bottom right. 900 RPM gets bullets out quick. Even if they walk a little bit left and right, it's doing it very fast. And it's close enough to where you're still going to be on target. And this is where it wants to be used. This 30-35 meters and getting max RPM is one of the most important things you can do for it. That mid to long range, about 35 to 75 meters, the 5-bullet kill range, short bursts, you're going to feather it. Hold and release, hold and release. And this works so well because of the RPM. The feathering of it gets 3 to 5 bullets out near instantly, resets the initial accuracy, shoots 3 to 5 more. That's controlling the spread, that's forcing very placed shots. And these longer ranges, you can put down some very heavy damage quickly with this thing because it's 900 RPM. Like, it is no joke mid to long range if you do this. Never hold the trigger. Like, that is my suggestion past 35 meters. And past 75, you start turning it into a true tap. With it being 900 RPM, it's going to get 2 to 3 bullets out every time. Tap, tap, tap. Same deal. It's just fast, quick, and way more accurate damage. You're going to use your judgment, get in the range, that way you can see a visual for it. Up to 35 meters, hold it down. Past that, feather it. Do not hold past 35. That gets you into trouble. It's kind of holding you and the weapon back if you do that. Now, if they're in a head glitch, 35 meters and in, you tap it. It's just as effective and deadly. The builds that I have here have all this in mind. The weapon needs attachments to set it up. It needs you to control how it performs with those attachments. And something real quick, I found it out while I was making this video. You simply have to know it's there because you have to work with it. Now, I don't know if this is a bug or by design it feels like a bug. The bullpups allow you to be aiming down sights while reloading. You see it with the LS, the GRT. You're seeing the GRT right now. And for all of them, when you start your reload as you're aiming down sights, they tilt the weapon to the left. They exchange the mag, throw it back in, and it recenters. And you can see what I'm talking about, the recentering after you load in the magazine. The tilt comes back to center. But with the VCR, that tilt on reload is very exaggerated. But the actual problem is that it stays in that tilt way too long after the mag is already back in and you're aiming down sights. It feels like it's 3 times as long. You see, he throws the mag, hands on the weapon, and then it just stays tilted. It sticks around long enough that it does affect your firing. It's very jarring when you're in gunfights, it doesn't settle back. But the worst though, the actual main issue, where it feels the worst, is when you're on the move reloading. Coming out of sprint into this is horrible. I hope that they fix it. Feels like a bug, but you need to know about it. So now let's talk about builds and the reason why certain things are used. And as I go through these, I have a warning for you. I have it to level 60 so far. I've used it a ton, and I used it before the season came out. The VCR needs certain things, and that means that it can't have it all. Tried and true attachment combinations that you use on other weapons aren't very good on it, and I'm going to discuss that when it comes up. I found that there are only a select few ways to get the most out of this thing. Usually I have multiple builds. For this one I have 4 I'm going to show you, because outside of these 4 you run into some serious issues. It doesn't compromise very well, and even a couple of these builds have issues. Again, you just can't have it all with the VCR. You can try, but it's not going to perform well. I've tried. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean in some of these breakdowns. This assault rifle is best used in the mid-range. That's where it wants to be. Excels 21.5 and in, but it can be effective at long range, mid to long. Do you want to search for long engagements? No. You don't want to be looking for them. You're going to take them if you need to. Your goal is to run around, dominate that mid space. So this is my personal favorite build. It was by far the best performing. It starts with the converter, and I believe that this is pound for pound the best muzzle for it. It creates vertical recoil that you can control. It stops a lot of the side to side, and because it's stopping that side to side, it's making your mid to mid long land the shots as it starts to walk. The extended barrel gets the velocity to 880. The bullets are getting there faster, giving bullets less time to spread, so it's kind of helping the recoil. The 35-point classic vertical, and this is for control and precision, the most you can get. So this is paired with a converter. It clamps everything so it makes it vertical and a tighter spread. It's some of the best recoil this thing can get. And with it being vertical now, you can actually land consistent high-value shots. The 25-point 40-round magazine. It's another thing that I found. This thing wants ammunition. It shoots fast. It has very high kill potential. It wants to go past a couple targets. It's very good. The base ammo and a side of choice. But note here, try to keep it a 1.25 zoom or less, because when you add zoom to this thing, like 2.5, 3, all of those traits are very exaggerated. Bad, almost unusable bad recoil. Walks a ton more, overall more jumpy. I've been running this on support. It allows me to be aggressive. I can refill when I need it, go get teammates, but you can use it anywhere you want. But again, by far, this is my best performing setup. And I know it's loud, but they changed some of those distances for the ping, game sense, movement. That goes a long way. And this is probably the best at performing at all ranges, doing what it wants to do, very accurate. There's another one that did really well that's a suppressed build. The 30-point light and suppressor. This is for recoil, build-up, and recovery. One of the better recoil starts for it. Fully hides unrolled spotting. 15-point extended barrel, again, for the velocity. Same things. The bullets get there faster. That means less spread. 35-point classic vertical, again, stats. Basic ammo, basic mag, side of choice. And I really like this one. It performed. It meets the recoil thresholds that I want. It's suppressed. The only thing is the magazine. And from this point on is kind of where the problems start for it, because you're making a compromise with this one. You don't get the magazine. Though it's good, you're going to wish that you had the ammo. 36 or 40. Now you can make some small adjustments, maybe do the 35-point to a 25-point vertical, and on the 36-round magazine. As I go on, some are problems, some are annoyances, but everything is great about this but the base magazine. It's totally usable, totally viable. Suppressed stays steady because of the stats. Now, if you put on a regular suppressor, it's noticeably worse. You can try it. See for yourself. Or maybe going down to a 25-point suppressor from the 30, it doesn't leave you enough points to get more magazine help. But this one's very good, very complete. Next is hipfire, and I can honestly say I don't fully recommend it, because what you're basically doing is getting M4A1 vibes out of it. I can confidently tell you, use the M4 instead, because the compromise you make for the VCR to make it perform like the M4 severely degrades its overall performance. Here's what I mean. I have the 30-point close quarter suppressor, so that way it's suppressed, it doesn't lose hipfire stats. The 15-point short barrel, so this ups the hipfire. Velocity's at 530, that's fine. We want it for close quarters. The 20-point green laser for hipfire. Then you're left with only a handful of points, so 15 for hand stop, that we get handling ADS, basic ammo, and a sight. So the compromise here is getting it hipfire ready. And let me tell you, it's very good in close quarters. But by doing this, you lose a lot of control. Literally. This has a 43 control stat. The other ones are high 40s, low 50s. And at mid to long, this really struggles. Your burst flies everywhere. Your spray flies everywhere. Like right here is the engagement range where this can do well in. But beyond that, not so much. It nowhere near compares to the previous two that we went over. But it's got better hip fire. And like I said, you can't have it all. Where you're trying to make it strong one way makes it really bad others. And even if you try to half and half it, like a little bit of hip fire help, a little bit of control stat, it just makes a bad M4 at that point. Just use the M4 carbine. And with what I've been saying about the VCR, where it really comes together is this last build, like as far as the compromises that happen, an accuracy build. And this one was one that was horrible that turned into something good. Like every single weapon that has a blue laser and a light barrel, you want them to be paired because the light barrel improves aimed out sights accuracy while moving. The 50 milliwatt blue laser is a minor improvement to aimed out sights accuracy while moving. But on the VCR, to have this combination, you're going to struggle at landing shots because the control stat isn't good. The precision stat isn't good. So when I tried the typical accuracy build, I mean, building to ADS speed, handling strafe, it was awful. And so I started working through it like in game. The light barrel gives the most improvement to aimed out sights accuracy while strafing. I took off the suppressor, changed it to the 25-point, added a stubby. So this one was very good. And again, you can't have it all. It needs certain things. Some are just flat out bad, like the flash hider. I did not like the flash hider, and that's usually one of my go-tos. So for this one, 25-point suppressor, light barrel, 30-point canted stubby. Even though it has ADS penalty, you want the control stat. 30-round mag, lightweight ammo, and a sight. That way you get the mobility a little bit better. You're using the light barrel for accuracy while strafing. It felt good. You actually feel the light barrel working. But again, like the others, it loses things. Not a large magazine, can't pair the blue laser with it. You end up just missing something from other setups that doesn't complete it. So that's why, to me, the first one brings out everything that it has to offer. And if you're totally against the converter, you can change a couple things. Drop down the 35 point to a 25 point vertical. Drop the mag down from 40 to 36. Make room for the 25 or 30 point suppressor. Same, but different. As you try different attachments on this, you're going to see that. But in conclusion, the VCR-2 is the benchmark. It is very good. It isn't perfect, and it asks something from you. It needs the right attachments, the right habits, and a clear understanding of how it wants to take engagements. When you give it that, it becomes one of the most consistent, versatile weapons in the entire game. It's an absolute monster. You just need to give it what it needs. And there's a difference between what it needs and what you want. It's a rifle that rewards discipline, control the recoil, respect the ranges, build it correctly. It performs almost in every single situation that you're going to run into. That's what makes it special. It does a lot of things better than other weapons, some things not so much, but when set up right, it can do everything pretty well. So learn the rules, play to its strengths. The VCR-2 becomes a weapon you can rely on every single match, and one that you're going to keep coming back to. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about the VCR-2 down below. What are your thoughts on it? And of course, if you have any tips, share them down below. Help each other out. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am Cool Guy.